going on, guys? We are back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a much needed fresh walk around of my Ford Ranger build. I haven't done a walk around video in about almost 2 years, and a lot has changed on the Ranger, so let's get into it. Alright, starting off in the engine bay, the only engine modification my truck has is this AFE Quantum intake. Pretty much got it just for the ease of cleaning these filters. These AFE dry filters, they're really easy to clean. They have a chemical that clean them off, and also got it used, so got it for a really good deal. So we're gonna work our way starting from the front of the vehicle. Up front and center is the aftermarket headlights that we have here. There's a few companies that make them out there. They all probably come out of the same factory. These are a huge upgrade from the halogens that come on the XLT trim that I have. The daytime running lights are super nice, and then having the projector beam with an aftermarket LED bulb, these things are so much brighter than factory headlights. Moving further down, we have the Novsight fog lights, and these fog lights are absolutely amazing. I retrofit them to fit the stock bumper as you see here, and in low visibility conditions they have worked absolutely flawless and great for us. Moving further down, we have the ARB Skid Plates. Now these skid plates, as you can see, have taken quite the beating, and if you're going anywhere with a Ranger that there's rocks and some technical obstacles, the stock skid plates aren't going to cut it. Even if you have an FX4, that's not enough protection. These skid plates go all the way back, covering the transfer case and transmission. So definitely recommend something like ARB, or there's a few other companies out there. So next up is these Light Force pod lights that we have here, with mounted to the ditch brackets that I got off eBay for 40 bucks. These pod lights have been fantastic. I did have issues early on when I first had them with condensation getting on the inside of the lens. Light Force has some great customer service. They sent me out a brand new pair within a few days, and these have been perfectly fine ever since. So this is our only essentially driving light that we have, and perfectly plenty bright in nighttime conditions. So moving further down, we have the Bushwacker fender flares that are modified and cut, as you can see, and as well they are modified due to the big 35s that we have here, which are the Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws, 315, 70, R17. So they're like a 34.4, 34.6 actual true size, but pretty much 35s, wrapped around a Alphaequipt wheel. This wheel is kind of cool because, as you know, as you can see, it's got 2 valve stems, so that's what's unique about them. Behind that, we got the Bilstein 6112 shocks, which absolutely love and absolutely fantastic, and also have the sway bar quick disconnects that we do sell currently. Alright, so interior wise of the truck, I don't have anything other than the custom rear seat delete that I did. There's a full video on my YouTube channel that you can go check out. I'll link, there'll be a pop-up somewhere on the top of the screen, or I'll link it down in the description on how I built that. That's really it for the interior. Moving along to the back, obviously we still got the 35s, and had to modify the fender flares ever so slightly up here in the front. Also have a full video breakdown on that on the channel. Behind this sits the Bilstein 5160 shocks with the Icon bump stops that I have here, still on stock leaf springs. And then moving up to kind of the star of the show, the back of the rig, is the Xtrusion Overland bed rack. This one is built at a custom height of 22 inches, so that way I'm able to have my rooftop tent clear over the cab of the truck. So the reason I went with this rack over others is pretty much the simplest things is, one, the customizable heights that you can do. They do any customizable height that you want to have, and the biggest thing was keeping the bed cover. The bed cover is a really big deal for me, because that way it kind of keeps my stuff safe when I park it in, public places, and it also keeps stuff dry and, not getting covered in mud and water and stuff like that. So that's the reason I ended up going with this rack. Mounted on this rack, we have the Overland Vehicle Systems 270 awning. This is a freestanding 270 awning. It's great for the price of it. You can't beat it. Absolutely, we've used it quite a few times already and absolutely love it for the price. Behind it is kind of the star of the show, which is the DFG Offroad rooftop tent. We've had this for about 1.5 years now and absolutely love it. There's a whole video breakdown of the tent and the pros and cons of the tent on the channel. Make sure to go check that out. I'll link it in below. Let's kind of go to the other side so you get to see what's mounted on the other side of the rack. So moving to this side of the truck, I have my Maxtrax traction boards mounted on the side of the rack using Maxtrax pins, as well as a bracket that I ended up finding online that I'll link down below in the description. And essentially I wanted it a different solution to have it easily accessible if I need to get to these, because we have used these quite a bit in videos and stuff like that, and just to get out of certain sticky situations. So this was kind of the best solution I found to have them easily accessible and kind of free up some space in the bed of the truck. So moving to the back, really the only modification that I have done to the truck is because I did not have a factory hitch, so I did one of the Uhaul hitches, and then which has essentially saved my rear bumper quite a bit, because typically what catches is that hitch when we're doing obstacles, because the departure angle of this truck definitely suffers. Almost forgot, I also have on the truck a custom built high clearance exhaust. I have a full breakdown video on the channel. I'll make sure to link that down below in the description as well. Alrighty guys, that's it for this video. If you found this video interesting or even helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see this truck to go on future off-road and overlanding adventures. And I'll see you guys in the next video.